Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful table placemat. The yarn I'm using is Lana's Stop. It recommends a 3mm hook and it's 50 grams, 100% cotton. I'm using the 3mm hook, and you'll need a pair of scissors. So let's get into the tutorial. Make a slip knot and chain 4. Slip stitch to the first chain to make a loop, and then chain 3. This counts as a double crochet. Chain 1, yarn over and double crochet 12 more times in that loop, chaining 1 in between. Chain 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th double crochet, six, chain 1, 7, chain 1, 8, chain 1, 9, 10, and 12. Once you have your 12 double crochets in total, you'll chain 1 and slip stitch on top of the 3rd chain. Now for the 2nd row, you're going to chain 2 into that same stitch you slip stitched in. You'll go in with the 2nd double crochet, chain 1, double crochet twice in the next stitch, chain 1, double crochet twice in the next stitch, and that's what you're going to repeat for this row. Because we are increasing, you'll go in with 2 double crochets in one stitch, chaining 1 in between. Go ahead and work this row, and then we meet up for the next row. At the end of the row, you chain 1 and slip stitch on top of the 2nd chain. For the 3rd row, you chain 2, and into the same stitch you'll place a double crochet. We're still going to be increasing. Place a double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, work 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and go in with 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and one double crochet, and one double crochet in the next stitch. This is going to be a repeat for this row. 2 double crochets, 1, 2 and 1. You're going to repeat that all around, and we meet up at the end of this row. And at the end of this row, I'll chain 1 and slip stitch into the second chain. The next row you chain 2, and into the same stitch you'll place a double crochet. We are still increasing, and into the next 2 stitches you'll go in with 1 double crochet. Chain 1, into the next stitch you'll go in with 2 double crochets, and the next 2 you go in with 1 double crochet. Chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Alright, this is also going to be a repeat for this row. You're going to work 6 more rows of this placemat, but we should put in mind every row increases by 12 stitches. You begin by 2 and then you place 1 in the next, 1 double crochet in the next stitches. So you see we started with 2, 3 and then 4. The next will go on and on. So go ahead and make 9 rows, and then we meet back up when you have your 9 rows. Okay, so now I have my 9 rows. I'll chain 1 and then I'll slip stitch on top of the second chain. Now for the next row we are going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Skip the next stitch and single crochet into the next. Chain 3, skip the next stitch and single crochet into the next. Chain 3, skip the next stitch and single crochet into the next. Repeat this all around and then we get back. I'm arriving the end of this row. I skip 1 chain, I single crochet, chain 3, skip 1 chain, single crochet, you'll chain 3, and then there's going to be 1 stitch left, so you'll slip stitch on top of the chain 3, into the second chain. Now you're going to slip stitch into that space and you'll chain 3. This will count as a first double crochet. Into this space you're going to place 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 more double crochets into the same stitch, into the same space, sorry. You'll single crochet into the next space and place 3 double crochets into the next into the next space. 3 double crochets, chain 2, and add 3 more double crochets into the same space. Single crochet into the next space and place 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets into the same space. This is how it should look like. Single crochet in the next space and 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets in the same space. Repeat this for until the end of the row, and then we meet up at the end. I'm arriving the end of the row. I'll place my last pair of double crochets. Chain 2, double crochets in the same space. Now we have 1 space left. I'm just going to single crochet, and into the 3rd chain I'll slip stitch. At this point, this is how your work should look like. Now for our last row, you're going to slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. And into the chain 2 space, you'll chain 3 and place 1 more double crochet. You'll place 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 3 double crochets in the same space. You're going to go directly into the next chain 2 space with 3 double crochets. Chain 1 and add 3 more double crochets in the same chain 2 space. Go into the next chain 2 space with 3 double crochets. You don't chain anything in the middle. Two and 3, chain 1 and 3 more double crochets. Into the next chain 2 space, you go in with 3 double crochets. Chain 1 and 3 more double crochets. It's going to give us this nice these nice beautiful spaces in the middle. So go ahead and do that. You just go directly to the chain 2 spaces, placing 3 double crochets, chaining 1 and 3 more double crochets. Repeat this for this row and we meet up at the end of the row. When you arrive at the end of the row, you're just going to slip stitch on top of the chain 3, and then you'll chain 1 to secure your work. You'll cut your yarn and pull that through. Pull it tight. Make sure to weave in all the loose ends, and don't forget to subscribe and share this video if you enjoyed it. Turn on notifications to get notified every time I post a video, and see you again in the next video.